What's going on, everybody? We're here at Sam Michaels Park today. This is a really small beginner course. We had to switch it up from Emmitsburg. We're going to do that later on down the road. So today we're out here. Super pretty course, really small. Have a lot of chance for ace runs. So let's do that now. So the course is really short. They have really short tee pads out here, which is like really fine because a lot of these you can do standstill if you really want to. But there's like no signage, nothing like that. I don't think that there's a board at the front that even tells you anything, so that kind of sucks. But we'll see as we go on. Give it. This is actually a par 4 for some reason, even though it's really short. It's part of the beginner-friendly thing that they have with this course. Pars are adjusted to make it easier. Should be guaranteed birdie every time, or an eagle with your shot. And I will give this a look for the 2. Eagle. But like really though, this should be a par 3. But it's fine, I get it. Adjusting for the young people. Yeah, that's fine. Be a long look. Oh yeah, we're putting for 2. Let's go. That's another eagle, and that just doesn't really feel like it to me. You know, if I could use one word for this course, it would probably be shreddable or like soft, because it's really easy for like a player that's good at disc golf, that's over like 970 rated, to come out here and just shoot 15 down at least. That's kind of a good round out here. Versus other places, like that's an incredible round. So. Oh. This is the first like real par 3 we got out here. It's like 350. I like it. This is more what I'm used to. Yeah. That'll be a long putt. Here we go. right, that's gonna do it out here. I was able to shoot a 19 down, which is really good. Definitely not all of the scoring that you can do out here, but I got most of the holes, so I feel really great about that. The course is really fun, super simple. Gonna be interesting to see how it rates. So let's go review it right now. All right, everybody, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that incredible round out there. I don't know what happened. I went to sleep a little bit, but that was awesome. So I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Now it's time to put pen to paper, give this thing a review. It's really small, so it's not as fair as reviewing like a normal course would be, but we'll try to give it a fair rating. First up, as always, we got tee pads. So the tee pads out here are really cool. I like the little numbers they have in the bottom left corner that says what the hole is, which is nice because there's no signs anywhere, so that's pretty much the only way you know what hole you're on. They're really small. Like I said, you pretty much have no room to run up. You can have a tiny one, but mainly like standstills would be ideal theoretically. The pavers that they use are great for rain, especially. They get the water off the tee pad pretty well, but there are some little like wooden paneling that goes around the tee pads that makes it hard if you're trying to throw. Stepping and twisting with your foot kind of gets caught in the wood sometimes, which is pretty annoying, but you know, not terrible. So for tee pads, I'm gonna give them a 4 out of 10. The signs, like I said, they're just not out here. It's the baskets you gotta rely on to know which one you're on, and then the tee pads, like I said. Other than that, you got U-disc, and that's really the only way you're gonna know how to get around. I mean, it's a small course, so it's not like it's hard to find. You're not walking very much in between, but kind of sucks not to have, so 1 out of 10. Next up, baskets, really simple. Innova disc catchers. They're amazing, in good wear, 10 out of 10 every time, never gonna change. Fairways are pretty nice out here. I mean, there's a couple holes that are like wooded and have low ceilings, and other ones with like a few trees in the way, but I mean, they're well shaped and everything. They're just really small. They don't do anything incredible, but they do all right. So I'm gonna give them a 6 out of 10. Rough is kind of the same out here. You don't really find yourself in many situations where you're in the rough, but when you're in there, it's pretty like beat up, so you can definitely find ways out. You're punished for a bad shot though. Obviously, if you're finding the rough, you've done something pretty wrong. There's a couple of holes that follow wood line, so I guess, you know, in some cases you'll end up finding it, but it really doesn't come into play that much. It's pretty average, so I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Difficulty out here, like I mentioned a bunch of times in the video, this is a beginner-friendly course. It says so on the U-disc. It's supposed to be simple, it's supposed to be friendly for the newer players. The par play is pretty soft, obviously. Shot a 19 down. It felt to me more like a 16 down, which I've shot at other courses and felt a little bit more proud of. So even though this is one of the better rounds I've ever played, it doesn't feel necessarily the most rewarding given the difficulty of the actual course. With that said, I think it's really important to have courses like these, have fun pitch and putts that you can take everybody to and have a good time. And even like for someone like me, going and practicing more of your short game and your putting is really good to have. But for the difficulty, gonna have to give it a 3 out of 10. Views. This place is in Harpers Ferry, West Virginia, which is so beautiful. If you've never been out there, please go give it a look. It's so awesome. There's these amazing fields and mountains and the greenery, especially once we get towards the spring and summer areas, it really fills in, and it's a nice park to walk around in. I think it's really cool. Like I said, I enjoy going out there and having a good time. There's a couple holes where there's a pond in there and stuff. It's very scenic. It's a nice place to go and just hang out and have a good time. So views, 8 out of 10. Variety kind of ties in with some of the other stuff with this being pretty beginner friendly. There's not much that you're doing. I mean, you can pretty much throw the same thing on every hole if you want to. Realistically, I could just go out there with a zone and pitch forehands all day, but you obviously don't have to. Being some more open holes, I guess theoretically you can throw more different kinds of shots per hole, but there's not really forcing you into anything for the most part, and it's pretty basic. They could do a little bit of a better job, but with the space that they got and what they're trying to do, I think it's totally fine. But variety, it's going to be a 3 out of 10. The flow of this course is pretty good. Like I said, it's small, so it makes it easy. The walks from hole to hole, they pretty much dump you out right where the hole is being. That said, there's not anything really pointing you any direction, which, like I said, with signs, kind of sucks. Have to rely on U-disc for that, but it's really nice because it's just right there. You can pretty much see at least like 3 other holes from wherever you're standing at any given point, and the longest hole is like 449 or something like that. So you're really not walking a long way out here. It's pretty chill. So for flow, gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And then finally we got replayability. This is the one that like is kind of disappointing out here. There's only one layout, which is super short, beginner friendly, like I keep saying. And you know, that's just kind of what they're trying to do, and I think that they're doing a totally fine job with it. But if you're looking for replayability in a course, this isn't really going to be the one for you. The only caveat to that is being that you can throw whatever kind of shots you want to on some of these holes. You can shape a backhand, or you can just pitch up a forehand. It's really up to you. But for replayability, it's going to have to be a 2 out of 10. All right, totaling everything up together, I'm going to end up giving Sam Michaels Park a 4.9. Like I've said in the past, I try to take these reviews as seriously as possible, and I kind of think to myself as 5 being an average, and I couldn't myself put out this course review and give this place a 5, given it's just so simple, and that's what it wants to be. I think that's great, and that's fine, and I still think you should go check it out. I think it's a really fun course. It's just not one of those destination places or one of those places that you're gonna like get really good at if you keep going back there. It's nice and chill, kind of like a putt of disc golf in some kind of ways. Maybe some longer holes in there, but it's, like I said, just super simple. And for all those amazing courses we're gonna go to, we're obviously gonna find some that are a little bit worse. I definitely have some in mind that I'm gonna go visit and be able to kind of tear apart a little bit. This is absolutely not one of them. I think it is a fantastic course for what it's trying to do, but what it's trying to do is just kind of average, to be honest. But with that said, we were able to get some incredible footage, an incredible round out there for you guys. I hope you really enjoyed it. I did. And yeah, that's going to do it until our next video coming out, which is going to be an in the bag. I'm super excited about that. Show you guys what I'm going to be throwing all year, unless something drastic changes. I've been working on my bag for a very long time. Super excited about it. The video is going to be awesome. Come back next Friday. Make sure you check that out. And then the next week, we got a super fun course review for you. So be on the lookout for that one. But until then, I really appreciate you guys coming back and checking out these videos every week. It helps me so much. If you do me one more favor and leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff down below, I'd really appreciate it. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace, homies.